So this is a video about me and my wife doing acro-yoga, and this is our very first attempt at any kind of pose. I haven't locked out my knees, and we were barely balanced, but as you can see, we were having a lot of fun. Our second ever attempt, which we probably had no business trying, was a much more difficult pose. And as you can see, I finally learned to lock my knees, and it took us about a half a minute, which by the way is a long time when you're in these positions. It took us about a half a minute to get balanced, but we finally got balanced. I put one hand down, she put one hand up. We're still holding, and then eventually, right here, boom. And we were so excited that we were able to hold that pose, as you can see here, for longer than a millisecond. You're going to soon see my joy and jubilant dance here. Silly, totally silly. And for our third pose, much easier because didn't require letting go. But we think it's a really nice looking, stable, solid pose. And as you can see here, we were able to hold this pose a lot longer because, of course, we're able to hold hands. We find that this is a lot of fun and we really enjoy this. So now we're up in the mountains. We took a day off on the weekend to just get up to the mountains and try some poses with a much prettier backdrop. This is a very simple rectangle pose. I'm sure there are official names for these. We have no idea what they are, though, because, of course, we're brand new to this. Here we are in another location, and as you can see, we are struggling with the elements, the surface, granite surface, very hard. Also, there's a little bit of wind. You can't really see, but there's some wind here that we're fighting. And we finally got... there it is, right there. Boom. We finally got the pose that we wanted, and it only lasted for about a second, but hey, we're happy we did it. And for this, very similar, but we wanted to see if we could get even just a millisecond of her flying like Superwoman. And boom, there it is. We got it. And that lasted very, very short amount of time, but hey, we did it. You got to start somewhere. So this is the very first pose we ever did from the beginning of the video, only I learned that to lock out my knees made things a lot easier. Very much like handstands. If you're trying to do a handstand with bent elbows, you're going to have a much harder time than if you can lock out your elbows. You can rely on your bones for strength rather than your muscles. And here are just a couple of more poses for you to see. We're going to be doing a lot more of this moving forward, so hope you enjoy.